Hi guys, it's been like a month since I've actually recorded anything, or certainly not put anything online. But as you can see, I've started Kaumuali'is head, face and head. It's kind of an odd shape, but that'll make more sense later. Let me just kind of give you a little quick rundown on what it is I've done so far to lay them out. Carved the head shape out of foam, as you can see up here, and then just did a basic size measurement, and I did that with these. This is what I do to get a basic size and shape, and then dimensions. You can see I've gridded out their face, or his face, and split it down the center. This is actually a photograph of a skull from a Polynesian male. Although I'm going to make it more linear, but for the most part I'm going off of these dimensions. And I've found actually in researching it in different skulls, shapes, and sizes that the features are larger on Polynesians, especially compared to like a lot of Europeans and Asian skulls. Their dimensions are very similar in the width apart, like the brow to the nose, nose to the teeth, but they're just a little bit larger, and so that gives them a more predominant, stronger look, and have heavier brow, of course. So anyway, this is an actual size that he will be, as you can see. And then I take all these measurements as far as where his brow is going to start, which would be this measurement, and then the bottom of his eye socket, which is that long, let me use this, which is this longer line here, and then of course the bottom of his nose. You see I've kind of marked out. This darker line is wrong. I didn't like that, so I brought it up a little higher. So this is the bottom of his nose, like right here. And then that's about the width. So this area here, or your view, this area. Anyway, so then the top of his lip would be around here. And so that way I was able to get those measurements here. And then this is just from like here to, obviously, chin. So that's how I start this thing. Of course, I also have to come back, which I have not done yet, and do measurements widthways. I have, see, I measured, see this little spot right here? It's pretty easy to see in that light there. You have the bottom of his eye socket, the top of his eye socket, and this is a measurement based on the center of the eye, like the iris. So this measurement I haven't put up here yet. I'll do that now so you can see that. So let me remeasure. So, and I always go from the center line, in any direction, up and down, because from there it gives you symmetry. And a lot of people don't know this, but when you're considered a beautiful person, it's because your symmetry is really good. That means all these lines line up, meaning your eye socket is the same distance from the center line and the same height as the center line, and same as your nose, you know, each side of your nose, if you split yourself in half, and then same with your mouth, the teeth, the cheekbones, all of that. So if you have the better symmetry that you have, the more beautiful you're considered, because the human eye looks for symmetry in a subconscious way. Okay, it's kind of precarious sitting up there. So anyway, so what I need to do is measure from the center line to the center of his iris, and then I'll go off of the bottom line here, which is the bottom of the eye socket, and I've determined that the iris is here, and which would be 5/8 of an inch from the bottom of his socket, which is this line. So let's do that. Can you measure that real quick? So 5/8 of an inch would be right about, terrible. I'm just going like this. 5/8 is right about there. Then I'm going to come over here for 5/8 also. Right about there. Okay. And then from the center line, over is 1 3/4. So we'll come over I have a I have a metal ruler. Thank you. I have a metal ruler, but I left it at the shop, and I'm at home, obviously, as you can see from the background. So 3/4 of an inch, I think is what I just said, right? No, it's not right. It's got to be 1 3/4. Yeah. So center line 1 3/4, right about there. Yep. Let's do this over here. 1 3/4. If I do it this way, I can just push this in. Should be there. Now we have this line that we measured earlier, which is 5/8, right? So we need to move the 5/8 over. Oh. 5/8. Right there. Yeah, right there, okay. Looks strange. Kind of hard to tell on that. You can kind of see eye there and there. Chin kind of looks off and stuff like that, but all that can be adjusted later. It's not a problem. So that's the center of his eye. Now, just because I like to do this, so you also have to consider another thing, that even though we have our measurements, it's how far distant from, I usually measure to the center like this, out. See, like that. And that would be this measurement you see. So if he's like something about like that, right? What I need to know is these distances here, so I know how far out in bulk to make this. And in doing so, I have to make sure that there's not one side overly large, or that there isn't something I can't remove I have to, or add on to. I think right now he's looking okay balanced. He's a little more thick here than here, but I think that's going to be okay because I'm going to have to make him thicker here. I can already tell. So anyway, I still have to do all these side measurements, and these side measurements will tell me where his cheekbones begin, where his teeth begins, and how it comes out and how far. So I have to do all these measurements still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop filming. Is that okay? No? Well, I can't shake yes or no. It only turns this way. So I'm going to stop it anyway. But I'll be back. I'll do another video shortly. As soon as I get all those measurements done, I'll lay that out and you can see that too, okay?